So when we last left off with Kaiju number 8, we had two new characters, new story, or new original story should I say, events, a lot of resource to be farmed, a decent amount of cubes to be gained, or premium currency, call it what you will of course. And I think for the most part, you know, we're kind of now looking forward to see on what the developers have in store for us in October. Now we do know obviously in I think less than 12 hours we're going to get a brand new game mode, Large Conquest. Hopefully it's a good event, hopefully it's a permanent event, or maybe something that's given to us in a consistent manner. It's, I think if I can remember correctly to what it was said beforehand, it's a kaiju mode where we defeat a kaiju, then the second one appears, and it's just kind of like a survival type, so it'll be interesting. Well, to be fair, I'll be all for that if, let's say we defeat the first kaiju, going into the second kaiju, our buffs continue, because I'm out here trying to do some nuking. I mean, right now you guys should be watching some updated nuking for my social, of course, because I am trying to push him a little bit. I'm close to hitting the 300k mark, so yeah, I'm just kind of pushing it a little bit there. But I think for right now with my social, if I do an ultimate with the enhanced attack, I'm surpassing 500,000 of damage, which I'm very happy about with the progression I've made with my character. So I'm over the moon with that. Again, if I manage to max him out or whatnot, then hey, that'll be a whole different ball game. We'll say that much. But obviously, with the characters that we have, the characters that the developers have released, to those that have gotten lucky, but I think to play it safe, just have two teams at the ready, if you know, if you can. Now, actually bringing up the whole two teams, because I've seen a few people mentioning how they've only got one set of teams of like level 100s. There is a bit of a roadmap to give us an idea on what is planned throughout this month, and obviously what's going to be happening at the beginning of November. So, with all that being said, if we head over to their Twitter page, there was an update notice, so I think this is more so on the Large Conquest that's going to be releasing again, like I said, in about under 12 hours, but here it is. So this is the updated schedule of what we've got to look forward to. So we knew Large Conquest was going to be releasing, we knew about that, that was given to us in the previous roadmap. So again, content, exciting, defeat kaijus, another kaiju appears, so it's more on a survival rate, so really hopefully will be putting us to the test. And I'm also hoping there's some good rewards to be gained from this. This could be, this honestly could be a W mode if done right, so I'm actually excited for this, and hopefully they don't screw this up. One thing which obviously people have been having struggles with is of course resources and whatnot. One thing which was also mentioned in the survey was they got to do some form of campaigns or ×2s for resources and whatnot, and yeah, no, it seems that I think the developers are slowly getting there. So the first campaign growth support is going to be for stamina and crystals. Damn, I'm hoping. Okay, is this a login campaign? This might be a login campaign, but then if you look at the second campaign, it's to do with the leveling up. Now I'm hoping with the second round of campaign, when it comes to the materials to level up your characters, it puts it on like a ×2, ×3, so that way when you farm the training session, of course, you get, you know, triple the amount of resources where rather than, you know, just a singular amount. So I'm hoping that's the switch up that we get, because I'm very confused on how the whole stamina and the crystal campaign, how that works. But hey ho, we'll see. Permanent stages on the Fierce Battle area. This is something that which I've been waiting for. New stages, so that is really, this will put us to the test. Because of course with the final stage, I mean right now final stage, for certain people it's a bit of a cakewalk, right? Especially if you get your team done up right, of course. You need two sets of teams, of course. But of course things are going to get a little bit more difficult. So we're going to be, well, I don't know if they're going to be staying at level 100 or if they're going to be surpassing it, but yeah, permanent stages are going up. You know what that means? More crystals. Permanent stages do give out a lot, like 200 per stage, 200 per completion stage. So I'm eager to see on how many stages they do. If anything, I feel like the permanent stage, should it be like a monthly thing where they add new stages and then keep the event version of it in a like a weekly rotation, or maybe a 2 week? No, 2 weeks is a bit too long. Maybe a week and a half rotation. If they did that, I'll be for that. That would be pretty cool. I'm hoping something like that does come about. And then of course credit campaign, which is fantastic. Again, credit is very key, especially when you're trying to gear up your characters, so that's going to be huge. And then starting from November, new story. You know what new story means, ladies and gentlemen? New character. So it's kind of a given. Kind of knew that was coming, but it is what it is. So that's the content scheduling on what we've got. And yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, there is a little bit of a gap between large conquest and the permanent stages. That's all I will say. But yeah, we'll see how. Well, we'll see if there's anything more in between. Maybe they've, I don't know, maybe there's some surprises, who knows, but I'm hoping Large Conquest is a banger of a game mode, so fingers crossed we'll see on that one. Now, in terms of any more characters releasing on October, because of course we've just had 2 units, we had 2 festival characters. Yeah, it's crazy to say, but yeah, festival, it's fest characters, that's kind of what we're looking at. Now, here's the thing, we are guaranteed a banner when the Fierce Battle area permanent new stages releases, basically. So on the 20th of October, a new character is going to be releasing. Because the current banners right now with the festivals, that's when they're going away. And the one thing that we know about Kaiju number 8 is that, yeah, when the banners disappear for the new characters, they roll on in with the new characters. Alright, now another thing, the GSSR and the Demon DPS King himself, Social, is actually going away when the Large Conquest drops. Now, one thing which developers do like is to release characters that are having some form of correlation to a new event or a new mode. So I would not be surprised if they release a character today. Well, in a couple of hours. So, I'm just going to put that out there. I'm hoping they don't, because then that gives us more time, and obviously we can farm a lot more currency, and that way, come 20th of October, when the new character releases, depending on who it is, people go head over heels for them, or they can wait until going into November, because then 10 days later, a new character will release. That's kind of like the next scheduling of characters releasing. Now, I don't know who it could be. I was really hoping for Kikuru in the new gear, but apparently they've decided to go and do some originality and give it the gauntlet. So God knows what's going to be happening next. Don't know who the original character is. We still need oh God, what's her name? Sue. So well, it could be her. Who knows? But if you guys wanted to know on character scheduling on what's going on, that is what it's looking like. Guaranteed 20th of October, new character. That's 100%. Is there a slight chance for a new character releasing tonight? Possibly. We know the developers. We know how they work. This isn't our first rodeo. So like that's why I'm saying just be aware that yeah, we could expect something to drop, but I'm hoping that's not the case. So we'll have to wait and see. But we know on the 20th that's when it's going to kick off, and then 10 days later, going into November, definitely another character is going to be releasing. I don't know if they're going to do more of these festival double banners. Hopefully not. If that is the case, please let us know ahead of time. But that's the scheduling. Again, unfortunately, I don't know this time around on who the next character is going to be, so we'll have to kind of wait and see on that one. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'll end it there. Just kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update and a bit of scheduling ahead of time on when the next characters are going to be releasing. Now that we've got the original character, Sue is technically the only one left outside the other 2 girls, which we know nothing about, so I suspect they're going to be after Suit. And then in terms of story characters, I mean, typically they can go off from what the remaining episodes were for Season 2 for Kaiju number 8, which probably is what they will do. Or they can again bring some originality into the characters, having some unique form of weaponry, or I don't know, using other characters' weaponry. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's kind of like the situation that we're in right now when it comes to Kaiju number 8. So we'll see what happens in, I don't know, 10 hours time, 7 hours time. I don't know. It's in a couple of hours time. We'll see what goes down.